All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to my live predictions for this Sunday's WWE Battleground 2017, which will air live, of course, on the WWE Network. And going into this show, guys, I am looking forward to it. I'm not extremely excited for it, but I am looking forward to it. But, you know, while I feel like SmackDown has still been a good, solid product, it's not the same product that it was many months ago following the brand split. And it's unfortunate because this is a result of the superstar shakeup where, SmackDown lost a lot of the great talent that they built and made to Raw. And Raw gave them, like trash leftovers or something, whatever you want to call it. SmackDown did get Kevin Owens. It did get Sami Zayn. It got Charlotte. It got Tamina. It got Jinder Mahal. And SmackDown's still in that rebuilding process because they're trying to make new stars, build new talent, whatnot. And, it's like AJ Styles said, and I think I said this somewhere in one of my previous videos, SmackDown makes superstars and Raw takes superstars. And that's exactly what SmackDown did. Or what Raw did. It took the best superstars that SmackDown built and established during the first few months of the brand split and took them to Raw and then gave Raw some so-so leftovers. And of course, you got great talent like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, but then SmackDown also got Sin Cara, which I don't even remember the last time he did anything on SmackDown. They got the Colognes, who I thought they could have built as strong tag team championship contenders. They haven't done anything with them. So yeah. Unfortunately, you can see how the superstar shakeup has affected the quality of SmackDown Live. I still think it's a good, solid show. I always love tuning in to watch 2 hours. I like what they're doing, but the superstar shakeup has really affected the quality of SmackDown. It's dipped since WrestleMania, and that's unfortunate. And I do hope that SmackDown can, reestablish itself. Regain its. I'm not going to say credibility, but I hope it can regain that luster that made it such a must-see show every Tuesday after the brand split. So I am looking forward to this show. Am I extremely excited for it? No, but it's a Team Blue pay-per-view. I still support Team Blue, and I'm looking forward to seeing how things play out. So let's start off with the kickoff show. It is Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English. Ty Dillinger is going to win this. I see no reason why Aiden English should win this. I don't even know why we're doing this match again when they did it at the Backlash kickoff show. Ty Dillinger really, why is he not being built up to contend for like the United States Championship? Why is he being reduced to the kickoff show? I'm picking Ty to win. I see no reason why Aiden English should win. Ty's going to most likely win. I hope at SummerSlam they do something big for him. If you guys saw my SummerSlam fantasy card predictions with Daniel Gaiza, I said, why not do Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger? I think that'd be a good opening match, a good showcase match for both guys. But kickoff show-wise, I picked Ty Dillinger to beat Aiden English because, like I said, why are we going to give a win to Aiden English when he's not really doing much? Now, as far as the main show is concerned, first up, we have a rematch that was just announced like a day or two ago on WWE.com. Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis with, of course, his lovely wife, Maria Kanellis, in his corner. I think Sami Zayn's going to win this, but I think because they don't want Mike Kanellis to lose clean, they're going to have Sami Zayn win by a DQ or a countout. Like, I think Maria's going to get involved, get Mike disqualified, and Sami Zayn's going to win. It's going to go longer than the match they had on SmackDown Tuesday night because that match, I think, was only like, 2 minutes? It was mainly Sami Zayn just beating up Mike Kanellis, and then Maria Kanellis played a role in the match and helped Mike get the win. So I think Sami Zayn's going to win by disqualification or countout. I just do not want to see a third match between these guys because I'm afraid of 50-50 booking. But yeah, I pick Sami Zayn to win because, like I said, I think if they give Mike Kanellis the win by DQ or countout, it doesn't hurt him. I don't think they're ready for him to lose his first match clean. So I pick Sami Zayn to win by DQ or countout. Next, we have for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, the Usos defending against the New Day. Now, they had a really good match at Money in the Bank, and I had a feeling it was going to lead to something, a rematch here at Battleground. Now, here's the thing. With American Alpha splitting up, with them recently split up because of Jason Jordan being revealed as Kurt Angle's illegitimate son. And, you know, and the Ascension not doing much because WWE has nothing for them. You know, this is kind of hard to predict a little bit, only because, like I said, you don't have many other tag teams on the main roster for SmackDown. You have the Usos, of course. You have the New Day. You have the Hype Bros. You have Breezango. And I'll get to Breezango in a little bit. They don't have a match, but there's something I need to address regarding them. You don't have many tag teams on SmackDown. And like I was saying, you know, the Colognes could have been built as strong contenders for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, and SmackDown hasn't done anything with them. So I think the New Day is going to win this, and then we're going to do a final match at SummerSlam, like 2 out of 3 falls, or hell, they may even do a 30-minute Iron Man match for the tag team titles, like Cesaro, Sheamus, and the Hardy Boys did at Great Balls of Fire. But I think the New Day is going to win because I really can't see well, I know I predicted that SummerSlam would be the Usos defending the titles against the New Day, Breezango, and a heel American Alpha. Well, like I said, American Alpha split up. They're no longer a team. Breezango, I'll get to them, like I said, in a minute. So it'll probably be the third and final meeting between the New Day and the Usos. It might be a triple threat with the Hype Bros thrown in as well, because they are entitled to a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, even though they lost their opportunity that they had won earlier this year. But I think to keep the feud going, the New Day is going to win the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, and then they'll do something at SummerSlam with the Usos, either like 2 out of 3 falls, or Tornado Tag Elimination, or something like that, or a triple threat with the Hype Bros as well. But I picked New Day to win the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The Usos have done a great job as tag team champions, but I think this is when the New Day wins the championships. So I'm picking New Day to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Next, we have a women's fatal 5-way elimination match to determine Naomi's #1 contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam. It'll be Charlotte versus Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus Tamina. Versus Lana, excuse me. So Charlotte versus Becky versus Lana versus Natalya versus Tamina. And I'm easily picking Charlotte to win because she has not had a singles match with Naomi since their SmackDown Women's Championship main event on that one episode of SmackDown where the Welcoming Committee was officially formed. I see Lana getting eliminated first, then Tamina, then it'll come down to Charlotte, Becky, and Natalya. And like I said, I predict that Charlotte will be the winner at the end of this. She'll be the last woman standing. Because I want to see Naomi versus Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship. We haven't seen Charlotte and Naomi face off since they've had 2 matches so far this year, but they haven't had a singles match since the SmackDown Women's Championship main event they had. And I'm interested in seeing how Charlotte versus Naomi plays out because, of course, the wild card in this whole women's division is Miss Money in the Bank herself, Carmella. So I think this should be a good women's match. Like I said, I see Lana getting eliminated first, then Tamina, and then it's going to come down to Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Natalya. One of them is going to get eliminated between Becky and Natalya. Then the other will get eliminated, and ultimately Charlotte will prevail. Now, if Becky Lynch wins this, I could see that happen because I've been saying that Becky Lynch needs to turn heel. Well, not needs to, but I think she could turn heel after winning. Well, that was if she won Miss Money in the Bank. So anyway, guys, like I said, Charlotte is my prediction to win the SmackDown, the Fatal 5-Way elimination match to determine the new #1 contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens between them. And I'm interested in seeing where Carmella is going to play a role in that whole match with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Next, we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. This is the very first one-on-one meeting between these guys. And even though Corbin's Mr. Money in the Bank, and I said I think he needs to be built and pushed properly as Mr. Money in the Bank, I don't see him beat Nakamura. Now, he could benefit big time from beating Nakamura, but I just don't see it happening. I will honestly be shocked if Baron Corbin beats Nakamura. You know, because Nakamura is undefeated, and the first time he lost in NXT, to Samoa Joe in their rematch at NXT TakeOver Toronto, I didn't see that coming. I thought Joe was going to lose and then make his debut on the main roster shortly after. But when Joe beat Nakamura, it was so shocking. It was perfect for Nakamura's first loss because nobody saw Joe winning that belt back at Toronto. So, you know, this isn't part of my prediction, but I could see a slight possible chance that Baron Corbin wins this because I think he'd benefit from it hugely to beat someone of Nakamura's caliber, but I don't think it's going to happen. So with that said, my prediction is Shinsuke Nakamura will beat Baron Corbin. I just hope they don't drop the ball with Baron Corbin as Mr. Money in the Bank. See, that's the thing with this match. I'm for it because it's a fresh match. And this has pretty much, this dates back to Money in the Bank when Baron Corbin tried to eliminate Nakamura from the match. You know, this, when Nakamura or Baron Corbin blindsided Nakamura, assaulted him, and pretty much took him out of the match for a majority of it. So I do like the build they've done for this. And I like how Baron Corbin tried to jump Nakamura again on Tuesday night during the tag team match, AJ Styles and Nakamura versus Kevin Owens and Corbin. I like how Corbin tried to get an upper hand on Nakamura again while Nakamura was making his entrance. So I think this should be a good, hard-hitting match, but I don't see Baron Corbin win. I would like to actually see him win just because he is much for Money in the Bank, and to beat someone of Nakamura's caliber would be huge. But I think in the end, Nakamura is going to beat Baron Corbin. So Nakamura is my prediction. Next, we have the United States Championship match. The new United States champion, AJ Styles, the champ that runs the camp, defending against the former champion, Kevin Owens. Of course, you had AJ Styles, who beat Kevin Owens on July 7th at Madison Square Garden to win the United States Championship. I did not see that coming. I had mixed reactions to it. But in the end, I think that does make house shows a little more relevant because you never know what could happen. Anything could happen. And for a while, and for a long time, they've always said that anything can happen in the WWF, WWE. So, yeah. AJ Styles as United States champion, he was probably going to win it at this pay-per-view. But, no complaints. Can't really complain much now that he won the title at Madison Square Garden. I mean, it's MSG. It is the mecca of sports entertainment. So as far as this rematch goes, I would hate for Kevin Owens to win the belt back because AJ Styles just won it like 2 weeks ago. And for him to drop it to Kevin Owens 2 weeks later just does not make sense. I felt Owens should have never dropped the title to Chris Jericho in the first place at Payback. That was their live. And it was a really good match they had. I just felt like Owens should have never dropped the championship, but I get why they did it because Owens then got the rematch, assaulted Jericho after winning the title back, assaulted him, and that pretty much wrote Jericho off the TV. But for this, I don't think Kevin Owens should win the belt back. Only because why are you going to give AJ Styles the championship and then 2 weeks later have him drop it to Kevin Owens? It just doesn't make sense. So with that said, I'm predicting AJ Styles will retain the United States Championship. Now, I want to address the elephant in the room. AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Could these two ultimately meet at SummerSlam for the United States Championship? Whenever these two meet on pay-per-view, you know it's going to be something special. But to me, the thing is, I feel like AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura should be saved for WrestleMania. I mean, these guys were the co-main event of Wrestle Kingdom last year. And they were the co-main event of Wrestle Kingdom. And Wrestle Kingdom is New Japan Pro Wrestling's WrestleMania. So why not have these guys face off for the very first time on pay-per-view at the on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Now, I am a little concerned they'll do AJ Styles versus Nakamura at SummerSlam for the United States Championship. And like I said, whenever these two have that first pay-per-view meeting, it's going to be something special. But the reason why I don't want to see AJ and Nakamura cross paths on pay-per-view at SummerSlam is because I feel like the big money is in a match between them at WrestleMania. We'll see what happens. You know, could we see maybe Nakamura versus Owens at SummerSlam and then AJ defend against maybe Ty Dillinger or Sami Zayn or somebody else? Maybe. We'll see. I'll talk a little bit more about this when I review Payback. We'll see how things play out first. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I pick AJ Styles to retain the United States Championship. Now, the final two matches on this card, I decided I was going to do them last, sort of together, because I feel like they intersect. First up is the flag match between John Cena and Rusev, and John Cena is going to win this. You know, John Cena has been portrayed as the All-American hero, the All-American boy. Of course, he's had history with Rusev. Dating back to 2015, he beat Rusev was it 4 times he beat him in 2015? No, it was Mania, Extreme Rules, and Payback. So he beat Rusev 3 times in a row last in 2015. And I love Rusev, and I really hope they do big things with him on SmackDown. But as far as I'm concerned, he's not winning this flag match. John Cena's winning it because, of course, they're portraying him as the All-American boy, the All-American hero. And you pretty much know why he's going to win this match. Because he's going to be the next contender for the WWE Championship. And what else do I really have to say about John Cena versus Rusev in a flag match? John Cena's going to win. And like I said, that will propel him toward the WWE Championship. I love Rusev. I do hope they do good things with him on SmackDown. I'm a little concerned because of course, his wife Lana on SmackDown. Lana is 0-3 on the main roster. She lost 3 straight times to Naomi. I predicted the first time she was going to lose at Money in the Bank because it was obvious. But then the second and third time just did not. She pretty much got squashed the third time, and I was not happy with that. And I'm afraid that they're going to do the same with Rusev. But John Cena's going to win because he's going to contend for the WWE Championship. And speaking of the WWE Championship, let's just get right down to it. The Punjabi prison match between the champion Jinder Mahal and the challenger Randy Orton. I see no reason why Randy Orton's going to win this Punjabi prison match. They're going to build it up to John Cena versus Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. So I predict Jinder Mahal is going to win this. I don't know what much else to say about this match. I mean, I've never seen the Punjabi prison match live on pay-per-view. I know what it is. I know it's not the best stipulation. I know I said I didn't want to see this stipulation during my Money in the Bank review simply because I don't see the interest in a Punjabi prison match, and I didn't see the interest in a third match between Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton. He's already beaten him twice. But I predict Jinder Mahal will win. John Cena will win his flag match. And then at SummerSlam, you're going to get John Cena versus Jinder Mahal. It's going to be the basic Proud American versus Anti-American storyline. I would love to see Jinder Mahal defend the championship against maybe AJ Styles, maybe Sami Zayn, someone different than John Cena, because you know what's going to happen. John Cena is going to win. He's going to win his 17th World Championship. He's going to make history. I even said it in the SummerSlam predictions video with Daniel Gaiza and the Club of the Man 1983 that I would love for them to actually have Jinder Mahal beat John Cena. I don't think it's going to happen. And Jinder Mahal versus John Cena is a fresh match, but you know what's going to happen. And I just don't want to see John Cena beat Jinder Mahal for the championship. I'd rather see AJ Styles or Sami Zayn beat Jinder for the championship. You know, especially Sami Zayn, because he's got a little history with Jinder Mahal. He has not beaten Jinder Mahal, to my knowledge, on SmackDown since Jinder came over in the Superstar Shakeup. But regarding this Punjabi prison match, hopefully with the animosity between these guys storyline-wise, it'll produce a good match. And the flag match will be it'll be whatever. So with that said, I predict, like I said, John Cena is going to win the flag match. Jinder Mahal will retain the championship in the Punjabi prison match. And then we're going to build to Cena versus Mahal. So that's pretty much it, guys, for my Battleground 2017 predictions. Also announced for the show was Breezango will finally crack the case as to um who trashed their headquarters. And honestly, this would have been the perfect time to turn American Alpha heel. But then, of course, you had to split them up, and you had to have Chad Gable go solo on SmackDown and Jason Jordan be revealed as Kurt Angle's illegitimate son. So that's not going to happen. So I don't know who's going to be revealed as the guys that attacked attacked Tyler Breeze and then sabotaged the Fashion Police's office. I don't know if it's going to be the Authors of Pain. I don't know if they're getting called up to the main roster. But the one thing I just pray they do not do is have Tyler Breeze turn on Fandango and reveal he was the one that trashed the office all along. Do not split up Breezango. You've already split up Enzo and Cass and American Alpha, and now you're going to split up Breezango? Like, no. That is just no. You do not do that. I don't know who's going to be revealed as the culprits that trashed the office. I don't see it being the Colognes because they were already exposed like weeks ago. So, I don't know. It's not going to be the Hype Bros. I doubt it's going to be the Hype Bros. So, we'll see how this plays out. But I just really hope that it doesn't result in not the Hype Bros, in Breezango breaking up. You know, I got this bad feeling that's what it's going to result in. But we'll see. Maybe WWE's going to throw us a swerve, throw us a curveball, and bring out a new tag team, but we'll see. So let's see how things play out at Battleground this Sunday. I hope it's a good show for the most part. A good, solid show I'll be fine with. And hopefully they'll regain some momentum going into SummerSlam. But as far as my predictions are concerned, guys, to recap, for the kickoff show, I have Ty Dillinger beating Aiden English because why does Aiden English need a win here? Why? You know what I'm saying? And then on the main show, I have Sami Zayn winning by DQ, the New Day winning the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, Charlotte becoming the #1 contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Nakamura to beat Baron Corbin, AJ Styles to retain the United States Championship, John Cena to win the flag match, and Jinder Mahal to retain the WWE Championship inside the Punjabi prison. So that'll do it for my review, guys. I'm sorry if I don't sound as enthusiastic as I usually am. I'm sorry if this predictions video maybe went a little all over the place. Like I said, I am looking forward to the show. I'm not as excited as I would normally be for a SmackDown Live pay-per-view, but I hope it's a good show for the most part, and I hope we get some really good things going with momentum going into SummerSlam. So that's my those are my predictions, guys. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think going into the show. Are you excited for the show? What match are you most looking forward to? And I will catch you guys later, and I'll catch you guys next week for my Battleground 2017 pay-per-view review. So enjoy Battleground this Sunday. So everyone Kenobi signing off. Thanks again, as always, for watching and listening, and have a good evening, and have a good weekend as well.